Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Coffee with Old School. And I'm your host, Old School. Appreciate it. Today, I come here to, I don't know, express a few things that some people may not like, uh, more directed into the promo world. Uh, I mean, my God, I saw the other day, somebody puts out a top, I guess, 25, top 10 promo groups. I wasn't going to address it because I didn't really give a shit, but I've gotten a lot of messages from people asking me what I think about the list. Well, first of all, that list is very predictable. When you're doing the list and your group makes number one, surprise! It's not a surprise. We already kind of knew it was going to happen. We all kind of knew, that was going to be how it was. When you're running an award ceremony or something like that, a Hall of Fame induction, something like that, and then you turn out to have the top spot, or your group has the top spot, or and listen, and before you get on there and you go, oh well, it was voted on by my peers. Well, all those peers are guys that promo for you, so okay. I mean, let's just be honest and truthful, okay? If I ran an awards thing or something like that and was trying to pick my top 10 groups, Premier Promo Federation wouldn't even be there, because I run that group. That makes sense, right? So why would my group be on the top 10 or whatever honorable mentions, whatever crap that was? I had so many messages from people saying, "School, like did you give your input?" No, I didn't give my input. Because here's the thing: I don't think there's a top group out there. I don't think there's a top group anywhere, because it all depends on your taste in promo. I don't believe in kayfabing a promo group. Some do. Some think it's a great thing to write stories for underdogs to win titles and look great. Sadly, when they venture out into the big ocean of promo and they get their ass stomped, then they go back to them and go, man, those guys jobbed me. No, you got beat, because now you're in competitive promo land where you're not competitive enough to win. That's what happens. Okay, it's not that somebody jobbed you; it's you are not that good. You still got a lot of learning to do, and everywhere else they're writing stories to give the underdog the shot, give the underdog the championship. In real competitive promo, where you win beautiful belts like that back there, it's not an easy game. It's not a game for everybody. It's not one that everybody's going to get over with. You're not going to be an instant champion because you promo in a storyline fed and you get over there. Uh, my dog could get over in a storyline fed. My dog could win a championship in storyline fed, but in competitive promo, it's not going to get it done. So that's the comparison I make this morning. This top, however many, list of groups, you take it with a grain of salt, because one, the guy who wrote the list put his group at the top of the list. And please do not, like I said, come on here and say, dude, it was voted on by 400 people. You don't know 400 people. That's truth. And here's one of the biggest secrets that nobody knows. And I'm going to expose it today, because that's what I do. I expose bullshit. You can buy your viewers. Yeah. If I wanted to, I could have 1,000 viewers right now. I can buy them. You can buy your followers. If I wanted 1,000 followers, $20, can buy them too. But see, mine's natural. When I put something out, it's me. I don't need a million followers. I don't need people going, "You're such a great guy," because this is for me. This is my way to vent. This is a way to express myself. I don't need, attributions or, congratulations or, all that. "Oh, you're so great." Here's the thing. I run a promo group called Premier Promo Federation. Look it up. If I want you there, I'll invite you in there or let you in there. But I'm very strict about who I add. because there's so many toxic individuals that want to ruin the hobby of the promo game. And if you're not familiar with what the hobby is, right there behind me, it's based off of the world of wrestling, but there's no wrestling. Oh my God, what a concept! It's we promo against each other in promo battles. You win, sometimes you can win a championship, number one contenders match, tell a great story. That's what promoing's about. It's not about having the top group being the greatest promoter, because you're not a promoter. Let me be specific there. What you are is a guy who gives a bunch of people a place to come in and be characters they're not on a daily basis. I mean, some are. In certain groups, they're always assholes. Can't change an asshole because they're going to be an asshole. Whether they're a character or they're a real human being, outside of the promo realm, they're still assholes. But there's certain, places that you can come in there and be a character you're not. Okay. So when we are looking at what promo's about, okay, it's about having some fun. It's about being characters you're not every day. It's about, possibility of maybe winning one of them beautiful championship belts, stuff like that. Some of these guys think they're fucking Vince McMahon. Whoa, buddy, do I got some bad fucking news for you, to quote Wade Barrett. You're nowhere close to Vince McMahon. Because the guys you are calling underdogs that you're going to make into promo superstars, they ain't worth a shit. That's why they don't promo anywhere but there. And I'm sorry, I'm not knocking the group, because, hey, if they're having fun, that's what it's about. But what I'm saying is, then when they venture out into other promo groups and they take a beating, or they lose, then they become a highly toxic, set of people, because when you don't get your way, you feel like you've been slighted, you've been screwed, you've been, jobbed. And the sad thing is, you haven't. You probably lost to a great promo superstar who's been doing competitive promoing for a long time. That's the truth. Okay. You're not walking into a world where they're going to hand you a belt. We don't do participation trophies. Sorry, I didn't vote for Joe Biden, so you're not getting a participation trophy. You're going to earn what you get, and you got to be good enough to earn it. You got to be good enough to win. And the judges don't believe you're good enough to win. You don't win. Okay, so there's where the difference lies with some groups. And I don't knock the people that like storyline feds or kayfabe feds. That's cool, man. Here's what I call it, and this is going to sound really mean. It's a lazy way to promo. You don't have to really put any effort in. You don't have to really, invest yourself into the story. You don't have to really put a hard working promo out there. You don't have to come up with something that might, make the judges go, holy shit, wow. You don't have that. But what you do have is, you have these groups. Sorry, I'm getting messages. Every time I get on a live, this happens. Yeah. Sorry, I lost train of thought. I hate when people message me when I'm doing a live. But the difference in these promo groups, I don't knock anybody for where they want to promo. Hey, that's your deal. But don't walk into my group or group I end up promoting in and going, this guy sucks because he don't do Disney World. Sorry, man. Your point of view don't matter in competitive promo. That's just plain and simple. You can do 55 lives with guys who have stupid fucking names and claim to be great promo artists, but 90% of the time they're too drunk to stand up. I mean, let's be honest. It's what it's about, isn't it? These guys are the ones that voted the top group. Well, I mean, I'd vote for it too if I was fucking drunk. But I'm sorry, I've seen some way better promo groups out there that do a lot better programs. I've been peeping that group, and that group gets like one reaction. That's pretty extraordinary. Whereas I go over to Promo Entertainment Network, there's people that are getting 9, 10, 11 reactions, 13 comments, 48 views. Come on. But you're number one? Fuck out my face. Get out of here with that. If you're number one, then why are those promo artists not out here against us in the competitive world? We know why. Because they're not ready. They don't understand. They don't get the gist of competitive promoing. Okay, I'll go back to a subject that always bothers me. When somebody that promos in the same place all the time, well, they change it up. I'm proud of them for changing it up. But all they do is change it up to where they're standing outside. Wow, good for you. Proud of you. Take a couple minutes, invest in your program, go somewhere off-site, not out front your house. Go somewhere different. Bring something different. Make it a competitive promo. Tell a story. Don't just expect the judges to go, wow, that guy went outside. That's fucking great. So proud of him. I don't buy into that. I really don't. I don't buy into a lot of things. I'm one of those guys that believe, if we're going to competitive promoing, it's going to be competitive. There's going to be matchups between, myself and somebody else, and we're going to go at it. We're going to go cut through. We're going to deliver a promo battle. Okay. But for the most part, you're not going to get that in some of these groups because some of these owners or creators. Let me create that little dynamic for you too. I hate when somebody walks out and goes, "I'm your president. I'm your CEO." Okay. How much do you make? I'll wait. Yeah, I'll wait. Hold on. Let me play some music here. Okay. So now that we're back, you make nothing. Zero, nada. You make nothing off of a promo group. So you can't be a CEO. That's out the door. Okay, so now you're the boss. Okay, hold on. How many of your promo artists do you pay? Okay, I'm back again. You pay zero promo artists. So then again, you're not a boss. Right? So what I call everybody who has a group is a content creator. You've created a place for people to come and be a character they're not. So you're a creator. You are not and listen, you don't own it. You don't own the rights. But once again, listen to music. If you own them, then you can force them to do what you want. You can make them promo, in certain styles or ethnicities or stuff like that that they may not agree with. But you don't own them because there's no pink slip saying you own the promo artist. So you're not an owner. Okay. So now that we did all the music and jive and created all the things that people say they are. Oh, my favorite one. You ready? I am the president of said group. Who elected you? Who elected you the president? I elected Donald Trump as the president. So that's the only president I know. Just saying. So you get the gist I'm going here with. It's funny to me. But hold the applause. Hold the applause. We're not done with it yet. It's funny to me that these people think that they hold some kind of top stature in the promo realm because they created a page. In fact, you can go create a page and fucking, Turds R Us. Yeah, come join Turds R Us Facebook page. I know. I was making it funny. But you go and you create a group, you create a page. And here's the biggest one. This is the one that makes me laugh the most. Some of these guys create pages, come out and go, I'm your president. We're going to be the greatest group in the world. 2 months later, they're handing the group to somebody else. I don't want to do it anymore. The couch is calling my name. There's 3 bags of Cheetos I must devour while watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, because I'll never be a millionaire. See what I'm saying? What is the gist? What is your reasoning for calling yourself the president, the CEO, the owner? I don't want to hear that shit. I don't do that shit. I'm old school when I'm on the air. I opened up the old coffee with old school page because that's where I like to put stuff. I was going to go live there today, but Facebook's being jerks, which they always are. Zuckerberg's dick. But I don't foresee some of these groups that people are creating lasting. There's new promo groups pop up every day. They're like an old man with Viagra. You take a pill, boom, gets hard for about a day, gets their pleasures, and that's it. It's gone. It's over. Um, you know, it's a sad, sad state of promo. Um, PPF's been around 5 years now under my ownership. Ownership of me watching over the page, me being the guy who books the matches. My three judges judge the matches. That's what I mean by that. Me personally, I think that the promo groups are in a sad state right now. We've got maybe two or three that I consider really good. That stuff that I want to tune into and watch. Of course, I'm always going to say Premier Promo Federation puts out a great product. Not saying we're the best, but we put out the great product. Penn has been doing some great stuff. We just started Premier Entertainment. That page is going to be strictly dedicated to a Fight Night Championship and a Pure Championship. It's going to be a great concept. And that's called Growth by two group creators creating a group together to work in unity. Ouch. Some of you have tried and failed. We could go back to the days of Revolution WGP. They're going to take over the promo world, and both of them, yeah, they just shot themselves in the toes because their groups couldn't work together. The egos were too big. One owner thought he was the greatest of all time in promo, and well, about the greatest thing you do is hit the pantry. That's about the best thing you do, or your refrigerator. I bet you $1 million you change your light bulb in your refrigerator about 365 times a year, because daily that son of a bitch is open probably 8 hours a day. But that's just my opinion. But I want to see promo world get better, but I just don't foresee how it's going to. You know what I mean? I don't foresee how that's going to happen. With the exception of people leaving their egos at the door. The egos is what's killing promo. I got some really great friends in this game that we've been in since day one. And we run cool stories. We have a group called the Heavy Hitters Enterprise. Really wonderful, great group of talent. A mass amount of talent, to be honest with you, that I feel like people can't touch. And then some people get butthurt that happens. Oh, sorry, I was getting on that. Sorry, I sneezed, huh? One more time. That's what happens when you're live. My biggest thing and my biggest issue is, I started at the beginning of this, if you're going to do a top list of promo groups, I don't think it should have been said that you're the top brand. Maybe a lot of activity, a lot of different stars. You could go with many categories, but I will not call you, and I will never call you, because I've promoted there before. You are not the top brand out there. I've seen places ran better, admins do better jobs. I'll go back as far as BTB and tell you right now that even on their last leg, when they were fucking faltering and falling through, your group was not touching them, and that's when we had hope. Ugh, that's a blast, isn't it? But that's my biggest issue. When people walk in and they claim, that their group's the top, not the top. That they're very, very low on the totem pole. Your talent pool is not really great. You got a lot of guys in there that have been really just starting out, need a lot of work. So I if you want me to be honest, I'll give you my top three. Promo Entertainment Network, APF, trying to think of my third one. I don't watch many groups. You know what I mean? I just don't. I probably put Foundation on there just because I like Haywood Group. Oh, did you know? Did you guys hear that? I didn't say Premier Promo Federation was number one. Fucking dumbass. What a way to shoot yourself in the ass. That was a boomerang, wasn't it? I, I just don't see by listing your top feds. And once again, I'm going to say it again and again and again. Do not message me and go, man, I don't know why you said that because other people voted on it. It's the people you paid for, you asshole. You paid for all them views and shit. Shut the fuck up. We all know it. We've all seen it. You forget I've been in this game a whole lot longer than you have. Your little minimal 3 fucking years don't compare to my 8. I've seen it all. I've done it all. I don't know it all because nobody ever will because it keeps changing. But do not walk onto this screen and say, well, I'm sorry, but my group's the top because people voted on it. No, they did not. No, they did not. Just like nobody votes in your group for winners and losers. They did not vote for you number one group, bud. There's so many better groups out there. I would have been more believable to see Foundation at the top of that because Foundation does good work. I would have believed Robert Haywood and his group would have done it. They do great shows. They got good talent over there. Other than Soulstar, that guy's purely the drizzling shits. He should probably never ever promo again because every time it comes on the screen, I get nauseous and puke. Was some of the worst promoing ability I've ever saw in my life. And that's my personal opinion. If you want my top 5 promo superstars, that's easy. Brett Jacobs, Rising Sun, Malice, Big Sweet, Landfill. Let's see, I said Brett Jacobs, Cody Bentley. There's a lot of them. I could go through the whole list. Ricka Wildley, Dragneo. Shit, I mean, I can go on, but I'm not going to because guess what? I didn't mention me. Isn't that fucking goddamn great? I mean, that's the way it works. When you're giving a list, you don't put yourself at the top of it, bud. It just don't work that way because nobody believes it. Yeah, that's why you're being made fun of on a daily for your list. Me, I'm not putting out a top 20 or top 10. I'm not getting involved because I just don't feel like it's needed. We did a top 25 promo superstars about 2 years ago. And I thoroughly hated doing that list because I felt like I forgot a lot of people. I didn't get to put a lot of people in there that deserved it. And the sad thing is, so many great talents out there. Man, I'm going to sneeze again. So many great talents out there that has stepped up and really changed their gimmicks and doing well. The one I'm going to give an applause to today, Anthem P.S. Rex, Troy. Great guy. Didn't like him when I first met him. He's grown on me so much. He's like the plague. He's doing really great work. He's doing really great stuff, and he's learned the game, and he's doing really well. So that's my shout out today is to Handsome Rex, and his little pecker sex that he likes to talk about. The guy's a really good talent. He's having fun. Came from the wrestling world. He's adapted to the promo world. There's gold in his future. I promise you that. And when I usually guarantee something, it usually happens. The guy's a really great human being behind the scenes. And people don't like him because he's cocky. Cocky and confidence, that's good. It's good to have. When you put that on screen, people feel that. And so, but I just had to get on today because I felt like the generalization of these lists and stuff like that, I had to speak on. Because I don't like them. I don't think they're fair. I think it's bullshit. I'm going to get with Timmy Rentz. We do Real Talk together. There's going to be a Real Talk show coming up here real soon. And I think we're going to address a lot of this. I think we're going to be real. We're going to talk about what we think is, what a real list should have been made of. Who should have been on it. Maybe what we think at what we see in the future for Premier Entertainment, Premier Promo Federation, and Promo Entertainment. There's a lot of great things get ready to happen this year. And I'll say this: there's going to be some chances to win a couple prizes on Real Talk. You got to tune in over there. We're going to be giving away coffee mugs, T-shirts. We're going to be giving away a lot of things. I just recently gave out a T-shirt to a good friend of mine. I wanted him to, have one of our T-shirts before anybody else did. That's just the way I felt. And I'm glad I got to give that to him. But I'm going to tell you right now, these T-shirts are very nice. They're going to be cool. I got a T-shirt maker now working on a couple T-shirts for me. Hopefully he gets them done here in the next couple of days, get them here so we can start giving them out on the show. The coffee mug won't be here until I have to check Amazon. Dear Lord, you order something from these jack-offs, and it's supposed to be here on a certain day, and then it don't show up. Let's look and see when it's supposed to be. Let's see where it's at. We'll all look together, okay? Let's see. It was in Michigan. But now, package left the carrier facility, package arrived at the carrier facility. Don't you hate that? You know what I mean? So I don't know, but it's coming from Michigan, so I can't wait to see the coffee mug that up front. I want to get one, see it. Of course, I'll use it on the show. But then we're going to have a contest. People commenting. The most involved stuff like that. You get to win a cup or a T-shirt, something like that. One of the biggest things that we're talking about is doing a Real Talk Championship belt. Display. I can't wait to see that. Timmy's got the design. He's talking to the belt maker. When we see that, I will share that with you guys too. But that's going to be it for me today because I'm going to, spend some time with the grandson here in a little bit. He's going to come over and hang out with Pat. And while mom does something and dad goes to work, it's the glorious life of being a grandfather. I'm so proud of my son and daughter-in-law for blessing me with this wonderful, wonderful gift. Racing is Pat's boy. He's what makes my world go around. I can leave promo today and not care because I have racing to hang out with. But I miss all you fucking idiots and miss pissing people off because that's what I love to do. So I want everybody to have a great day. Stay safe. It's supposed to be some weather here around Maryland in the next couple of days. We're supposed to get some major snow, so be careful if you're from around here. So love every one of you guys. Thanks for tuning in. You know me. I'm not about the views. I'm just about enjoying myself, and this was very enjoyable. This was Coffee with Old School. I was your host, Old School, and I want to thank you for being here today with me, and I'm out of here.